Hello everybody and welcome back to Comic Studio, and where today we're going to be checking out for about Monday again Comic Studio, which is absolutely that looking for this for some sort of for the interminable rooms, like some sort of rooms in school, and which is kind of disturbing that we just already checked out for some sort of that some kind of school of rooms of those monstrous things as well. Even that is absolutely more scary faces that I never be able to be seeing for about this. I never thought about for some sort of living out of this family, like some sort of like these as well. In the last video, for around 2 videos ago, we just checked out for the A120 family, but now we just take a look for just only for one thing as well. So this is going to be for the school edition for another time, and probably it has for many of those variants as well. Let's show up some spoilers, and because like those things as well. And as you can see, that Monday again is owned by Alchemist the Slapper, thanks to the GIMP and IBIS Paint for the entry design studios, and Chef 245 or the Chef underscore 245 for the inspiration. Because about for this thing as well, for my upcoming Monday again game, the game releases date is currently unknown. Update log F-103 in the F session, and the new secret entities folder. And probably for some sort of like those things, even for around here, for starting around here. The variants are the A section, the AT section, the T section, the F section, R variants, double R variants, joke entities, April Fools characters like them, fan-made entities, admin entities, skins and remakes, glow entities, old designs, scrapped entities, unconfirmed entities, shopkeepers, origin enemies or like this, origin images, Puzzle Vision Season 2, and finally the secret entities. And there is more for around here for something as well, even for some characters such as for an unknown characters as the OCS and others for around here. There are probably the usernames that we didn't completely remember as well since Halloween. Next one is the entities from other fan games. Could be this. Free edit zones, and you could try edit anything as well for some sort of spooky jump scare mansions. And finally, the events for some sort of like those things. This folder is used for the events occurred in Monday again, not including Puzzle Vision Season 2 for this Ultra Stub. And probably events going on right now, and another one is Zombie Season 2 and the MP4. So that was probably all for some sort of like those things. Even for some sort of containing monsters as well. It was lurking around in the school, but I don't really see this much. It's going to be scary, wild jump scares as well, even extremely loud, and I'm not going to be pretty sure that wasn't going to be interested as well, since back in Halloween. And there are no spoilers like those things for some sort of an image as well, including this, except for backgrounds as well. So, all of themselves aren't absolutely pretty exist anymore, including all of them as well. So, but only background should be going to get it as well. So it has for a front view of the school, there is a classroom, the hallway, and the abandoned classroom, or some kind of subway station, or some sort of abandoned station, or some kind of the abandoned warehouse, or like this, an unknown thing for some sort of like this. So we're going to be for added a little bit as well. This is not an Asian school. This is America. That is absolutely only for just one thing that I'm going to be added a little bit as well. So this is the classroom, and I'm not very sure this isn't going to be real as well. even though it was going to be pretty terrifying as hell. And many more of those characters, like those things, could be very impossible as well. Baldi's basics reference could be this, or not everything as this as well. So, not even is possible that we're going to be doing as well. So, there could be dark caves, and everything isn't going to be very much as well. And there must be for some sort of a detention as well, the detention room like those things as well. And this is the ThinkPad of the future. The entities from the other games could be this one. I remember back in the day that I just making anything for some kind of a little bit of reasons back in for some sort of previous videos around here. And also, there must be the SHOJ backgrounds. Could be for round Doom selections as well, even as possible for some sort of a haunted mansions. So, I might get a load for some sort of images as well. It won't be taking a lot for this time. In case I just turn on the spoilers on, that was kind of a bit disturbing as well, back in recently days as well. So, it's not going to be in the end as well. Finally, in the events, isn't going to be real to do so as well. But only those things are just completely available, and perhaps that doesn't going to be for anyways as well, to be added for some sort of characters. Even let's go for the submitted sprites isn't going to be existed, and I guess it is. These faces are the horror monster faces that we got here. And we just completely forgot about for this, for some sort of monsters as well. Even a horrifying marathon, as I never possibly did. There was probably for submitted sprites for around for the backgrounds, but there is nothing over here. Except for only for characters like themselves as well, to try to add for some sort of like this as well. And I'm not gonna be doing this as well, that we should not able to be avoiding for this thing as well. Unless you will be avoiding any characters as well. So starting with those things, the variants, as literally possible. Oh my gosh, there must be for very scary things as really possible as well. So that could be took for around for over 15 minutes as well. And I won't be able to be catching up for a little bit for many more times as well. So if I might gonna be adding some characters, well then. We added a bunch of Cookie Run characters, and especially like their costumes as well, and for some less of the vehicles, and there must be a taxi right behind, in front of the school, like those things as well, because it was being blocked by some sort of a van, of course, as well, and I never pretty sure that is not of course as well. So, looks like that it's not going to be for around here, nothing in the entire school as well before we're gonna be end of this video. It was nothing pretty hilarious. Instead of one of those any kinds of characters, but I'm still possessed with Cookie Run characters or anything like it's not going to be. So it was probably there must be Millennial Tree far away in front of the school or something that I'm not supposed to be as well. In the hallways, that must be in vain for around here. It was some sort of a principal as well, or just there must be a vice principal like this one as well. Instead of a Judge Bear Jelly from right over here, and I wouldn't be able to be getting from as anyways as well. The teachers in the hallway could be Espresso Cookie and Frost Queen Cookie right here in the door for the next door like this. In some sort of abandoned hallway, that we just absolutely added for some kind of a person over here for pretty even Norius as well, so I'm not sure this isn't going to be for mentioning of this guy as well. And yes, pretty close into the screen such as Peppercorn Cookie and Werewolf Cookie around here as well. Another teacher could be for Vice Teacher was Captain Caviar Cookie. At his office from detention room, there must be principal was Truffle Cookie, and another one, it could be Oyster Cookie around here. for some sort of this. And for some sort of hallways, that bunch of cozy cafe characters, as possibly that wasn't going to be possessed like those things as well. Because of some sort of clothes that came from Scruffy-S Comic Studio, and probably that could be the end of this video as what. And it was somewhat disturbing, as you have to be at age of 18 to view of this comic studio, or just check it out of this thing as anyways. So don't forget that the link is going to be in the description below, that you're going to be at age of 18, and the most recommendation of this, clicking the link around here, will lead into the main website. But don't be something as well and be mentioning to that ad pop-ups as well. But you remember, for always mind for some sort of ad pop-ups as well, and well, you'll know it. And don't forget that some sort of that you can browse some comics for around here, but don't mention with those some kind of ad stuff that pops out everywhere, as even as possible, for some kind of ridiculously time as well. So that will be the end of this video, that you're going to be checking this here into the description below. So thanks for watching, for all your support, and I'm going to be seeing you mini lads and comic studio users all later. And by the way, that is all for some kind of not learning is anything as well in school as well. But you should be avoid the charges as well, but probably if you're underage, use for some sort of studio crossovers.